Fullforce 2023, Morco.de, Morco TV, wir sind wieder hier. Mit mir zusammen gerade Matt von Kublai Khan TX. Matt, thank you for your time. Welcome to Fullforce.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
How you doing? It's the second tour stop of your festival tour this year. You just played Jera on air last night. How was it?
That was good. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where we just showed up and played. Same thing with today.
Yeah.
Pulled up less than an hour ago,
So-
got here, and
So no expectations, just
we're just
going
just
straight
with
in.
the flow, man.
Yeah, go with the
Yeah.
flow. All right. So I did a quick research about your band. I mean, sure, I'm listening to you guys. That's normally, but there was some comments under TikTok videos, Facebook, Twitter, and stuff, where people called you guys blue collar core. You heard that before? That sentiment about, and how do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty spot on.
Yeah.
Our music in general isn't very hard to latch onto,
Yeah,
so it kind of goes with that. And all of us have always kind of just been blue collar dudes to begin with. It's
Yeah.
kind of what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
Transparency.
yeah,
So I think that works out in a lot of our fan base. I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, it's just working dudes, get off work, go to a show. That's
So
kind of
it-
how it's always been,
it
especially
fits the
being from
description.
Texas. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, of course.
So-
It fits the description of that
Yeah,
comment.
we
right?
take it as a badge of honor. I'm cool
Yeah,
with that.
cool. So, like I said, you're on your festival tour for this year. You played earlier this year the club shows in Europe together with Paleface, Counterparts, and Dying Wish. What do you prefer most when it comes to the size of the stage? More the club shows, the smaller club shows, or more the bigger festival stages?
Really, just kind of any stage is good for me as
Yeah.
far as all that goes. The club shows are nice because they're a little bit more intimate and all that stuff. But we've been coming over here for a long
Yeah.
time and playing shows in clubs
Yeah,
with the hopes of getting on festival season.
Yeah.
And playing these festivals. So for us right now, it's kind of new and exciting to play a lot. This is our first time playing Full Force.
yeah.
So we're kind of just going with the flow on that, but I'd say the excitement's kind of placed in that
Yeah,
basket, to be honest with you.
So Full Force has a very unique picture image of it when you see the big machinery and a lot of iron and stuff. What was your first impression of that when you arrived here?
It's just badass.
It's just badass.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to look at, and I mean, I had Googled pictures and seen videos and stuff
Yeah.
before this, and it just looks crazy. It's insane.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
anything like that's big and kind of a spectacle, especially for people back home overseas that
Yeah.
see that kind of shit, it looks cool that
Yeah.
we're doing something like that.
Yeah, of
Shows that the hard work kind of pays off, I guess. you
Yeah,
know?
of course. Yeah. So, in my opinion, when you look at the hardcore scene, like maybe 2-3 years ago, in my opinion, there was a lot of bands. I don't want to call any names, but in my opinion, there was a lot of bands who just got lost in their epos, in their hardcore epos. Like they didn't exactly pinpoint social critics in their music. They are not really talking about problems in the community and stuff. And since Corona, a lot of new young hardcore bands are coming up with a really aggressive sound and still a lot of good messages. Would you share that sentiment that it's had a shift since Corona in terms of lyrics and themes within the music of hardcore?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the pandemic kind of screwed with everybody.
Yeah.
It wasn't an easy time.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of friends and bands that, because of the readjustment, they're no longer bands. They stopped
Yeah.
playing music and stopped doing that. So it kind of gave, the playing field a little bit more of an equal kind of look.
Yeah.
So a lot of these bands that are coming up, I've noticed a lot of them are a lot younger too.
Yeah.
And they got a lot more angst, a lot more shit to say.
Yeah.
Which is cool because, that's what this has always been about. Is
Yeah.
if you have something to say it.
Yeah.
And if you don't, then just step aside because somebody else will.
Yeah.
So you just got to hope everybody's on the right track, doing the
Yeah.
right stuff with it.
Yeah, of course. Cool. Thank you. So maybe a bit more of a silly question. There is a TikTok video of you from Life and Death Fest, I guess. Life and Death Brigade Fest in Kentucky, where you're eating a banana on stage. Can you give us any context to that? Because it looks so out of place.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. We always kind of close the ant pile for the last
Yeah.
year and a half.
Yeah.
And we were just joking around one day. It was our bass player was just like, you should just pull out a banana and just start eating it when people are just killing each other. And so we did. And I mean, It's just you look out from the stage and it's just mayhem.
Yeah,
And then you
of
look
course.
back and we're just casually hanging out,
Eating
playing
a
the song,
banana.
eating a banana.
Yeah.
You know.
Getting healthy and stuff. Yeah.
I gotta eat it someday.
Yeah, sure. So, and another interview, I guess, with Metal Injections, you said that you hadn't it wasn't making any sense to release an album in the Corona pandemic because you couldn't tour with it. And this was the reason, like I said in an interview, to release the EP Lowest Form of Animal. So now we are 2 years, maybe 1 year away from Corona pandemic, and you just released A Theory of Mind. Is there any kind of record coming soon? Are you writing something? Can we expect something in the near future?
Yeah, we're going back into the studio. We're gonna cook something up. But I mean, like I said on that too, to be honest with you, it'd be fine after doing the EP
Yeah,
and seeing the amount of success we got off that,
yeah,
equal to what a record would do.
yeah,
We just want to do EPs, to be honest with you, because
Yeah.
we could put out 5 solid tracks, cut off all the fat. Because every time we do a record with our band, at least,
yeah,
we got about half of it is
Yeah.
pretty premier shit that we can come up with. Then we have to fill the gaps to put for the rest of the record, which we don't. We put time and thought into those songs, but they're just not the quality of the first 5 to 6 we can come up with.
Okay.
But if we do an EP, the whole thought is it's all those 5
Yeah.
to 6, you know? So we're going back into the studio again, coming up here in a few months, but it's going to just probably be another EP.
Okay.
If it's up to us, we're done doing albums,
Alright.
you know?
Okay, cool. So last question. Again, maybe a little bit silly. You are in your second life a barber, like stuff. So what kind of haircut would you advise me? I mean, I haven't got a long time a new haircut.
Yeah, it's long in the back, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just get a mullet, man.
A mullet?
Yeah.
I was thinking about that before. So
I think you look good with it,
Yeah?
especially you got the beard and all that shit,
Alright.
too. You can't go wrong with a mullet.
good. I have to talk to my barber next when I back home.
Yeah,
Alright.
see what they say, you know?
Thanks, Matt. Thanks so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you
Have
for
a
having
great
me.
set today on Full Force and a great rest of the tour.
I appreciate
And
that.
keep
Thank
safe.
you. Absolutely.